Adrian Sargent. I'm the Chief Exec of a new organisation called the Philanthropy Centre. And the Philanthropy Centre exists in essence to grow philanthropy around the world. And any way in which we can find to do that, we have an interest in, but we're particularly focused on growing philanthropy by enhancing the quality of the donor experience. And I know that's something that interests you as well.
We share that interest, yes. And I'm Dean McShannon, I'm president of the iNFORMED Communications Group. iNFORMED is an organization that has built one of the first behavioral segmentation systems, we believe, in the world and in the market. And our belief is by building better relationship with donors is how you're going to make donors feel better, therefore you're going to have a better donor, both in support and longevity.
We're excited that we're about to enter a partnership with you guys. And we're excited about it because it's an opportunity to overlay some of the psychology that we've been working on as a centre team into a behavioural segmentation tool. But I'm aware that maybe some people who are watching this video don't know necessarily what a behavioural segmentation tool is, what it can do for an organisation, and why it's a bit different from some of the analytics that otherwise might be available to organisations.
So behavioral segmentation, I usually, people say, what is it?
Yeah.
Try to step back and I try to put it in real terms. It is assessing and evaluating individuals' behaviors to understand how we should be communicating with them and the means in which we want to move them along in the relationship. And I mean, we do that very naturally as individuals. We meet somebody, we say hello, we ask questions back and forth, and we start building, if you will, a profile of an individual, and we want to move that along. Either want to be your friend or I don't want to be your friend, so on and so forth. So behavioral segmentation at its foundation, that's what it is. Specifically, the lens, it has several different layers to it. It views donors that they have a life cycle. They have a beginning. Unfortunately, donors do have an end. And between that, we have multiple points in that life cycle. The lens supports 7 major life cycle phases. We go from welcome, study and observation, growth, maturity. Then we have one exit from file, which those who leave. Then we have a monthly welcome, and we have a monthly maturity. And these main phases have sub-phases, 27 sub-phases to them, which we like to view as target groups. These are sort of the, not the granular, but the mid-level groups where there's saturation, where there's some key behavioral indicators. Are people moving away from us? Are people coming towards us? Are they more above their peers as far as engagement and excitement, or are they below? So there's all of these wonderful phases that gives us a sense in bigger groups. But then there's 108 segments, which you get really granular, and this is the nuances within those relationships that we can understand what those sub-behaviors are. This provides, if you will, a navigation screen of from when a relation enters the organization to actually cultivate, steward them along, to obviously into some of the best places you want a donor to be, which is in growth and maturity, and try to avoid them from leaving, which you and I have had deep discussions about donor retention and the importance of it. But it's managing that relationship. It is a consistent algorithm. It is a consistent model. We're going to show a little video screen here of how RFM versus behavioral, the richness of information and the key differentiation. We've just seen in that the richness of detail that is now shown on the behavioral side. Now, this informs you as an organization. Back to some of the work that you do, Adrian, is now I have groups that I clearly can build content around, contact strategies around, that I can monitor those strategies. Another important, I think, functionality of the lens is that behavioral segmentation, unlike maybe traditional RFM, behavior is constantly changing in your donor profiles. We want to make sure that we are capturing that. The lens is a product that we produce monthly for our clients. They're able to view, where their donors are in certain segments, certain behaviors, but then look at where they're transitioning to. And obviously there's some that are going to be transitioning to bad areas in behavior, and some are transitioning in good areas to behavior. The idea is to be able to monitor that and not wait half a year or a year later to find out that we had a problem that happened 6 months ago. Or have opportunities happen recently.
So if I'm interested in signing up to the lens, what's the process? I mean, do you have to have access to my database? Do I just send you my data periodically, or how does that work?
So it's very simple. The onboarding process is just some very simple mapping. The lens, a lot of concerns organizations have, our data is never going to work out. And this was a big challenge we had to solve as an organization, because the truth is, it's really important to have good disciplines around data. A lot of organizations openly admit that they struggle with having, robust data or consistency in the data for the purposes of analytics. We've developed that if an organization can produce tax receipt, you have the data that we need. You go through a simple mapping process with the iNFORMED team. We get that set up, and then after that, it is simple as data gets pushed every month, and then it gets placed back every month. It gets appended to your CRM or your fundraising tool. Then you're able to pivot within reporting within the tool, and the lens itself comes with a series of its own reports as well.
And what's the current fee for that? I mean, is it an expensive tool, or is it how does it apply?
I think and I have to say this. So it is a monthly subscription fee. Is how it works. It's a typically a 2-year contract. We believe in the product so much is that we offer organizations a 90-day. If you sign the contract, you're not satisfied with the product. After 90 days, you just need to give us written notice, and you are not obligated to have a tool anymore. I think that from a cost perspective, we're very proud. One of the goals, again, another problem we wanted to solve in the sector was really sophisticated, good analytics, especially behavioral and psych science, models, really expensive. And typically, so larger organizations can benefit from it and have the resources to do it. We felt differently. So the lens we've given as a monthly subscription for $975 US. So when you look at the amount of value you're getting for the cost, and then really we've minimized risk and obligation. This is just how confident we are. And in fact, iNFORMED's been an organization for 3 years now. We're new, not that we're new at doing this, but our organization is new. To this day, we've not lost a single time.